On October 22nd, the University of California of American Federation of Teachers, the union representing librarians and non-Senate faculty, and their supporters gathered at the Quarry Plaza to protest for lecturers' rights. Lecturers and students moved from the Quarry Plaza to the Employee and Labor Relations Office on Schaefer Road, where the bargaining for improvements to the employment conditions with the University of California was happening.
It's kind of difficult to, find a centralized location around which to mobilize, so you have to get a little creative. So that's why we had the rolling rally concept. We were standing with our signs, these ubiquitous signs around campus, like the 50th anniversary UCSC, the original authority on questioning authority. We made our own version that would say, lecturers are questioning your authority. And the other aspect was to get on the bus and take our action to the bargainers because they were miles off campus.
The purpose of the rally is to let the community know about where the lecturers are right now and are negotiating with the university. And also we find that just kind of a basic awareness is necessary about what lecturers are and why we're trying to get an improved contract. We're bargaining to get increased job security and also reduced workload and just also as a seat at the table, shared governance.
Currently, lecturers are considered temporary workers hired quarter to quarter with hopes of eventually becoming professors. This puts lecturers in a vulnerable position as they are commissioned for 1 quarter at a time. In benefit to the UC, lecturers are conveniently discharged before the 6-year mark that would allow them to reach professor status, and instead are left with constant job searchings and low pay.
After 6 years of teaching in one department, if that department deems you to be excellent, you go through your excellence review, you have a modicum of job security here as a lecturer. But many lecturers, most of our lecturers across UC, never make it. They're being let go before they even have an opportunity to have that review because it's good for basically the bottom line of the university. It saves them money to create a faculty of temp workers, essentially. So they rely on us to teach most of the undergraduate educational curriculum, so I think that they should be treating us fairly.
The current working conditions are due to the UC administration's contract with the lecturers. Lecturers speculate the UC administration has developed and kept their contract the way it is now because of several economic benefits the administration can obtain. As a result, the welfare of the lecturers is disregarded by the UC.
I think it basically comes down to money, and this is not something that's restricted to the UC system. It's something that we're seeing all across the nation in universities. So it's I think it started before the budget crunch, but it definitely got a lot worse after 2009 when a lot of people were laid off, and universities, instead of hiring back those faculty positions or reopening those faculty positions, just realized that they could pull a lot of people in and get cheap labor because so many people were out of work and forced to work under conditions that are not at all ideal. The universities moving towards a more corporate business model are taking advantage of that fact and just saying that they can hire quality labor for really cheap and get away with it. So it's actions like today that kind of raise awareness and bring people out and let people know that it's not sustainable. We can't go on like this. It's not fair, it's not right, and ultimately it's not good for the quality of education in the higher ed system.
The UC system's treatment of lecturers affects undergraduate education, as lecturers are left to simultaneously deal with the stress of temporary workers and increasingly large class sizes.
The real education comes from communication and conversation with the teacher, and so I completely support them. I think that they're the people that are propelling us into the future, so they're more important than money.
I'm a lecturer myself. I'm also a parent of a UCSC student, so I get to see sort of both sides of it, how tuitions are high, how students can't get into the classes that they need, how all the classrooms are packed, and students don't get the individual attention that they need.
I think really the essential takeaway for students on this campus is to realize that we are sincerely articulating our concerns in relation to your concerns. Really, our working conditions are your learning conditions. So if you could imagine having a lecturer who has to teach multiple classes across multiple campuses, that lecturer will have less time to spend with you, right? Especially in increasingly crowded classrooms. If they want to fund the university on your backs by increasing your tuition a lot, you noticed that lately? Then more of that tuition needs to go to making your class, your educational experience as good as it used to be. And we have a lot of pride here. We love UC Santa Cruz. We love our students. We want to get that kind of level of education back for everybody.